And good evening. Welcome to the Chris Salcedo Show here on Newsmax TV. The humanitarian crisis isn't the only disaster being ushered in by the hapless, anti-American, pro-communist Biden administration. He and the Socialist Democrats in Congress and the administration working very hard to diminish the United States economically, militarily, and to make us once again the doormat for the world that we were under Barack Hussein Obama's administration. Given all the harm that the socialists are dishing out, I thought you, my treasured audience, might understand that my reservoir of sympathy for anything Democrat or anything Biden is actually empty. Still, this is the holy season of Lent. And even though our godless enemies in China and our godless enemies in the Democrat Socialist Party never examine their conscience, I can't help but, being a man of God, fearing God, examining my own conscience. Biden's fall, symbolic of what his party is doing to America. That's what we examine in tonight's preamble. Last Friday, we reported that Joe Biden had fallen again as he ascended the steps to Air Force One. Now, we had some choices here. We could have taken this serious approach. We could have sounded the alarm about the dangers for the United States in having a man who is clearly in decline occupying the White House. Former White House physician and current Texas Congressman Ronnie Jackson observed on Twitter, "I served as the White House physician under 3 presidents. I've seen what it takes physically and mentally to do the job, and I can tell you right now that the way Biden is hiding from the public is a major red flag. Something's not right," end quote. The Salcedo Show had another choice. We could have not covered the incident at all like the majority of the press did. Or we could laugh at those who are serving up so much pain and misery in this country. We chose to laugh. Now, folks, we have hundreds of thousands of viewers every day on this program. And I got 2 out of that 2 emails. They were from folks who said that we conservatives must always take the high road. They didn't appreciate us making fun of Biden after he took another fall. So I thought about it, and I thought about it all weekend. And I also talked about it on the Chris Salcedo Show on radio today. We reached a bit of a consensus that I felt compelled to share with all of you. Among all the people we talked to, only a few insisted that no matter how vile and how low the Socialist Democrats go, we can't laugh at their misfortune. The majority of the people who did reach out did tell me, they said that, well, they're tired of playing by the rules and having the other side ignore all the rules. You know, I think at bottom, that's kind of where I am. I have run out of cheeks to turn. And we used to agree as Americans on certain lines we would not cross, but slowly, over time, those lines have been crossed over and over and over again by leftists. Those same liberals are the ones to cry loudest when the lines are crossed in criticism of them. The biased press didn't highlight the 2 Biden incidents, when he took a fall, but the press was gleeful to show President Gerald Ford falling down the steps of Air Force One. They were equally overjoyed to show George H.W. Bush become ill at a formal dinner overseas, collapsing into the lap of a diplomat. And then there was this.
Look at how he steps and look how I step. Watch how I run up ramps and he stumbles down ramps, okay? Come on.
That's right. Biden himself made fun of President Trump as Mr. Trump was walking cautiously down a wet ramp. CNN was all too pleased to show that. But my decision to openly mock Biden goes far deeper than a tit for tat. Look at all the harm Biden and his administration has dished out in their short time in power. We've learned that not only will their fake China virus relief bill, that money will go to illegal aliens, but now we've learned that criminals who are serving time are also eligible. The administration is promising to raise our taxes. They have created a massive humanitarian crisis at the border. Photos that just leaked today show that Biden is keeping kids in cages, just like Obama did before him. Over the weekend, we learned that Biden is spending $86 million taxpayer dollars to put illegal aliens up in hotels. That's our money being spent on individuals who should have never been let into this country in the first place. But neither he nor his administration care. On the international front, it seems the entire administration suffers from the same decline that is plaguing Biden. Here is the Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, meekly and timidly asking Communist China to help the United States deal with a nuclear-armed North Korea.
China has a unique relationship with North Korea. Virtually all of North Korea's economic relationships, its trade, are with or go through China, so it has tremendous influence, and I think it has a shared interest in making sure that we do something about North Korea's nuclear program.
Does that sound like a man who is strong, forceful, and is ready to stand for America's interests? Of course not. Team Biden begged the communists to come talk with him. Team Biden brought shame on the United States as they signaled meekness and supplication and fear to the negotiating table with China. What was China's response? Well, they mocked the weakness of Team Biden.
So let me say here that in front of the Chinese side, the United States does not have the qualification to say that it wants to speak to China from a position of strength.
No strength in the Biden administration. You know, if we're only Biden and Democrats who bore the shame of their complete capitulation to Beijing, you know, I'd be kind of cool with it. But Biden and his cronies brought shame to every single American citizen, not only as it relates to our enemies, but how they are treating our citizens. The foreigners first policies of Joe Biden or whoever's making decisions in the White House are punishing Americans. And that brings us full circle. How can I laugh at a man who obviously is being used and abused by socialists who surround him? Well, it's simple. He's a willing dupe. Mr. Biden has always wanted to be president, though he's never shown the wisdom to be thoughtfully considered. Now Mr. Biden is content to watch our families, our communities, our country suffer just so he and Jill can play White House. So forgive me if I laugh every time that Biden falls. If I don't laugh, I'll cry.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.